Good afternoon. Power lines across the city were snapped last night, leaving crews scrambling to try to get the power back on, and they are still working on it. News 13's David Romero is live in a neighborhood near Tramway and Montgomery. David?
Kim, it is hot out here, and you can imagine just how bad it is for these poor residents who have been without the power since last night. Now, there is a bit of good news. PNM confirms that the power is back on for about 700 out of those 2,000 residents who have been without electricity since last night. Now, as fast as they're working, it still might not be fully restored until 9 tonight. Violent wind gusts, snapping power poles like matchsticks on one of the hottest nights of the year. Not the way many in northeast Albuquerque expected to spend their evening.
I'd already taken down my wind chimes and heard the first pop explosion, and when I walked out the back door I heard the second, and that's when I saw the power lines arc and the neighbor behind me.
The particular poles in this neighborhood near Tramway and Montgomery handled over 100,000 watts of electricity. Once they went down, so did the power for about 2,000 customers. Nearly a third of PNM's line crew came out to work on getting things restored.
We actually started on this about 9 p.m. last night. And if we get it on by 9 p.m. tonight, we'll be lucky.
That's left residents like Dennis Conerty to find ways to deal without having power.
I called a friend 6 o'clock this morning to borrow the generator to try to save the food with our freezer and refrigerator.
Not letting food go bad isn't the only concern for these homeowners, but trying to keep cool.
Well, it's probably going to happen at the worst time. It's really hot inside and outside, no air conditioning.
To help deal with the heat, the city designated at least 4 senior and community centers where people could go cool off. Not very many people have taken advantage of those centers, but PNM says that neighbors have been really cooperative, letting them put temporary poles in backyards until everything is complete.
It's been really hot the past couple of days, so that's going to make it even more difficult. It's harder on my men, but it's also harder on the customers.
It's an inconvenience, but it could be a lot worse, in all honesty.
We're just going to hang around. Might go to the gym where it's nice and cool.
And that is one way to stay cool. Now, PNM says they will be here until everyone gets power back. And once again, by their latest estimates, as of just a few hours ago, they think that it won't be until at least 9 o'clock tonight. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, David. Now, power is back on at the Metro Detention Center, where 10 power poles blew over last night. Officials tell us they had power up there before 7 a.m. And a lot of trees fell victim to those winds last night, including one on Robin Avenue in northeast Albuquerque. That one was uprooted. Another guy, George, says a gust of wind came through his neighborhood and threw in a branch. He has no idea where it came from.